everybody, and welcome to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, for today's Week 4 action between the Minnesota Vikings and your Miami Dolphins. After last week's blocked field goal disaster against the Buffalo Bills, the 1-2 Dolphins, led by Ryan Tannehill, look to right the ship against the 2-1 Vikings, who are led by Sam Bradford. Some news before kickoff in the game. The Dolphins traded Byron Maxwell for a 2nd and 5th round pick. We'll have more information next week. But for right now, no more Maxwell. Just Xavier Howard and Cordrea Tinkersley in that cornerback spot. So we pick things up 3rd and 15, 9.5 to play in the first quarter. And Ryan Tannehill, 7 sacks on him last week. Here's the first one today to Neil Hunter. That pins him at the 9. And then just like the Buffalo game, bad luck continues. Matt Darr cannot handle the punt cleanly, and that's a safety for the Vikings. They're up 2-0 halfway through the first quarter. So, following possession from Miami, Dolphins force Vikings punt. This is a handoff to Damian Williams, playing for the injured J.J. He puts the ball on the ground. Everson Griffin picks it up, and the Vikings have the ball at the Dolphins 27. So, one play later, after they recover the fumble from Damian Williams, 2nd and 11, Kyle Rudolph dodges 1 and gets past 2, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Vikings up 9-0. Miami needs an answer. 5:50 to go here in the first. Tannehill looks. He's going to overthrow his man. That's picked off by Harrison Smith, and Smith is going to go the distance. First pick 6 for the Vikings today, and the first pick 6 for Harrison Smith on the season. That ball is poorly overthrown, looking for Julius Thomas on the corner route, and it's 16-0. Now Miami adds 2 field goals. It's a 10-point game. 16-6, and this one is intercepted. Trey Waynes picks it off, and he will go the distance as well. 2 pick 6s by the Vikings secondary, and it's 23-6. The Vikings come down to the Dolphin 2. They don't take long to answer again. Touchdown, Stephon Diggs. You thought his number would get called sometime today, and it does. 30-6. The Minnesota Vikings, well, maybe it's an exhibition game for them today, but the Dolphins were not going to give up. Kenny Stills, a catch that goes for about 15, and then a no-huddle wide open catch that brings him down to the 6. And then from the 6, how about we feed him again? 3rd straight time, and all 3 times he was good. 30-13.5, and that sends us into the half. So the Vikings up 17. Granted, 14 of those are off pick 6s. The Dolphins are outplaying the Vikings in every aspect. So 2 turnovers, pick 6s, and a Damian Williams fumble, and the score. That's the only thing the Vikings are winning in. The Dolphins are outplaying Minnesota again in every aspect, or every other aspect, I should say, but it doesn't matter if you can't produce. And right now, the only producer for the Dolphins is Andrew Franks. So with 2 field goals and a Kenny Stills touchdown that led the Dolphins late with about 10 seconds to go when they scored in the first half, they are going to need a lot more work as we see the highlights from the Vikings mainly. And then the final drive from the Dolphins led by Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill's already 1 for 2 touchdown interception ratio. So it's not getting any better for Tannehill. We don't know what we're going to do with him, but it's going to be an interesting season to say the least. So up 30-13 at the end of the half. The Dolphins, unfortunately, would just not come back, and they would give up 47 points. Now, they do score 36, and they do lose by the score 47-36. Basically what happened, Kenny Stills the second half. That's really all that happened for Miami. You guys, I know, probably wanted to see it, but I mean, the losing continues for the Dolphins. They had what, the third or fourth worst record last year in the NFL, and they're not starting great here. 1-3 start. Bradford leads the Vikings at home to a 3-1 start, and the box score shows the difference. The first quarter, where two pick sixes were held. We'll see you next.